So not feeling life today at all. It's just one of those days where everything's just, it's a Limp Bizkit song, you know, just one of those days. Just financial, emotional, just mental fog. Get them a lot though. I mean, it's nothing new. Just most days though, it's manageable. And I've been practicing gratitude like a mofo, like a friggin' rock star. And it's a situation where you can choose gratitude, which I am. I'm choosing it. I'm choosing gratitude focus instead of, I'm busy climbing a mountain as well, just to add to the suffering. Just to keep reminding yourself that there's so much we can be grateful for. I like doing shit like this when I'm feeling like this, because it reminds you that you have legs to go and climb mountains. Other people would give all the money in the bank to be able to experience what I'm experiencing at the moment. It doesn't mean that we're not allowed to have shitty days, you know? And as I said, just not feeling it today. Just not. And that's okay. We don't have to feel it. Not always. It's what we do when we feel that. That's what defines us. Some days we stay in bed. Other days we try to keep going. Try to go look at a beautiful view. Sunset. Sunrise. Keeping your line in the water, so to speak. Because you never know when a fish might bite. It's just been shitty today. And that's okay. That's okay. So, choosing gratitude and choosing positivity over wallowing. I'm wallowing today. Who am I kidding? I'm wallowing. But it's the little things, right? It's the little things like small things that fall into place. Very shitty example. Just before I started my hike today, trail run. I was coaching this morning, paddle, here in Paarl, and I still had my branding on. So I'm thinking I have to be there tonight for an event, and if I go up, I was locking up. Long story. I tell stories like my mom used to tell them. So locking up my bike, getting everything ready. I'm on a motorbike, so I sitting, locking up a motorbike, getting everything ready, and then I only have my one key with me since I'm moon bagless today, no fanny pack, and got the camera, take sunglasses off, hat on, sunscreen, and then I forget my cap in the back. I lock it, have to unlock, take the key off where I'm tying it on my belt string, and then I think I have to take my branding off as well, and I get halfway before I start hitting the trails, halfway before I decide I have to take my branding off, otherwise I'm going to be smelling very poorly tonight at the men's event. And then get back to my bike, get the key off, open the box, and I see on the floor right next to me on the ground underneath the trees in the parking lot, I see my sunglasses laying in the dirt, and I'm like, the type of guy I am knows that I would be looking everywhere for that thing. Like, it's probably the ADHD in me that I would just not rest until I find them again. I won't rest. I would be like laying awake tonight thinking, where the fuck could I have put that thing? Where did I lose it? Where? And somebody could have walked by and just picked it up, as people do with shit lying around, right? In South Africa, at least. And I see it laying on the ground, and I'm like, my indecisiveness has led me to find my glasses again, which would have been a freaking hassle if I had just kept going, gone up the mountain, realized, oh no, where's my glasses? Oh, did I lock them back up in the top box, or did I lose them? And it would have ruined my trip. Up here, this beautiful valley, Paarl Rock in the background, Paarl Rock, it would have just ruined my whole trip. And it's like, it's the small things, right? The small things that all come together to make something big. Like, I found this ginger kitten on the side of the road while mountain biking with a friend of mine, and that day, as we were deciding to mountain bike, we couldn't decide where to go, we couldn't get going. I think my friend had a few things to take care of before we actually hit the road. We wanted to do the trails. Oh, shit. Sorry. We wanted to hit the trails, and then at the end of the day, I think we decided on we're just going to take the road cycle, 50-kilometer loop from Durbanville, Stellenbosch and back. And we were delayed by something, can't remember what, 2019, I think, 18, 19, and at that moment on that route we heard a little scream, thought it was a bird up ahead, and after a 10 to 15 minute search found this little bundle of a kitten, barely 3 weeks old, on the side of a road in a storm drain runoff, and purely by chance, you would think. I'm gonna swap you around, you have to see this. Purely by chance, you would think. But oh, this place is beautiful. But the amount of joy that that little kitten has brought into my life, how can that be chance? Like in how? Saved. It's like I was saved by chance, really? Oh. I swear to this day that Bodhi saved me that day, because the universe knows I've been thinking of letting go so many times, and since that day, even before that day, but since that day, every time I would think of just ending shit. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm just gonna talk anyway. But I swear, since that day, every time I was close to ending it, my biggest thought would just be, no, what about him? He won't understand. Don't get me wrong. I love it. That stage I still had been my husband. Still do. Both of them, even though Ben has passed away. But you know, they say cats choose you, and I swear to God that cat has chosen me. they would have been okay without me. The two dogs. Deep down, I know that because they're very social. They are very social creatures. Ben used to be the most social of them all. Being a husky, they will just adopt anyone, really. Not that I doubt his love for me, not at all. Not at all. But I know how much he loved my family, and that without me they would survive. They would be okay. I'm sorry, I'm not shitting on dogs, not at all. I love all animals, really. I really do. It's just that when Bodhi came into my life, it's like I just had this sense that he just chose me. He just chose me, like it was just different. Don't know how to explain it, but he chose me, and to me that was just like if I decide not to be there, he won't understand. He'll be okay. I mean, he will be okay, even probably better, because he's a little asshole. I love him. But I mean, they don't come when you call them, and they don't give Paarl when you want to give them a treat, you know. So as far as that's concerned, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. It was just something different. Like, even now when I go camping or go away for a while, Emma, my niece, keeps telling me that Bodhi, he's just around. He just wants to be near people, at a distance, but around. Sometimes he would approach and he would go sit on I call him my brother-in-law. Emma and I are almost like sisters. He would go sit on Marius and he would be with him. So I'm sure he'll be okay. But she says he's different when I'm not there. And it's a very long story. My mother used to tell all these stories starting back in 1945. And now I do it too. It's like those few small details and changes during that one day led me to having Bodhi, and led me to being tamed by Bodhi. I was never really a cat person before then. We grew up with dogs all my life, so you know how dog people shit on cats and cat people shit on dogs. I used to love kittens, they were the cutest thing, but my mom never wanted cats, so we just never explored the opportunity, the possibility. And so when I got Bodhi, it was just like this whole new world opened as well. So to add on top of Bodhi finding me, like really finding me, you know, this whole new world was opened. I'm not going to start singing Disney now. He's a Disney, sorry other fans if it's not Walt Disney, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna show my face again, sorry guys. So look at that place though, it's so beautiful. So point is that small things can lead us to great changes, or to even minor changes, even minor irritabilities or the saving of, and how everything's connected. Everything's connected. If it didn't stack up that day the way that it stacked up, I would not have had the cat love of my life today. Damn it, I love him. Same with the way I found Bella, same with the way I got Ben. It was all just a matter of people I got to know. Through them I heard, and just stacking up. The reason why Bodhi stands out to me that way is because it's on the same day so many little things happened, variables that just fell into place for that to happen. With Ben and Bella, it happened with slow variables that happen over a longer period of time, days, weeks, months. So I'm supposed to be running, I'm just not feeling it today. But I'm choosing gratitude. I'm choosing gratitude. I'm grateful for having legs, I'm grateful for sunglasses, grateful for not losing them today, grateful for having a cat and a beautiful dog, both of whom snuggle me so tightly at night and mornings. Grateful for still being able to afford food for them and a roof over our heads, even though there's so much financial worries that come with that. I'm grateful for exercise, for good days and bad days, especially bad days, because they make the good days feel so much better, right? Even though it feels sometimes just like surviving. Like when it crosses your mind that, and I felt that way today, I'm ashamed, but I felt that way. I felt it really, like I felt it like sorry. The absolute audacity to feel like the good days just sometimes feel like holding on. That how good are they really? The good days are just managing, it's just surviving. Like, what is good really? Like, how good is good really? And every day is just holding on and surviving, and every night you lay down your head, it's just another battle that you've won. I'm ashamed of feeling this way. I'm ashamed of it. maybe envious of other people just making it look so goddamn easy. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just envious. Like, I'm not expecting days to be easy. I'm not expecting an easy life. No, I'm not. I love doing hard shit. I really do. Believe it or not. But some people do it with such ease, you know? They work hard with such ease. It's just like, maybe it's because they know their why. Maybe it's because they're just so convinced that that's where they're supposed to be. And I don't think I've ever had that feeling. I don't know if I've ever had that feeling that I'm just supposed to be somewhere. I've been very close. Certainly I've hoped that I have felt that before. And other people just, they make it look easy just because they just know where they belong. They know their why. I mean, it can't just be me though, right? I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure there are many people who feel this way. Is that where the saying comes from, like, fake it till you make it? People have given me the compliment of telling me that I make life look easy, and I'm like, if you just knew. Is that how we see others? Is that the danger of social media, where that's what happens? People put the best foot forward on social media, and then they put the effortless moments on there, which is what we do as well, right? So we don't show the struggle. We show the hills and the conquering of the hills. We don't show the blood, sweat and tears up there while we're suffering to get up this rock, this hill, this mountain. Just days like today feel so shitty. So pointless. Like, why? Why do we do this? What's the point? What is the freaking point? A friend of mine recently also contacted me and was asking me, like, she knows I've been so low and I've been suffering, and she wants to know how I got back up, because she needs to get back up. And my heart just fucking broke. Because maybe some people just don't ever get back up. Maybe some people, their best is to drag by. Maybe this is the feeling that will stick with us forever. Once we feel that, maybe this is what we feel. And that's why so many people check out. And I'd asked her a few really irritating questions, which I'm sure really irritated her a lot. And at the end I told her, like, there's 3 reasons why I am not checking out. 3 reasons. There's 3 reasons why I can't make an end to this, and that is, the first thing is, I'm just too curious of what's ahead. Was it the guy who discovered the North Pole, or was it the guy who could have summited Everest just before Sir Edmund Hillary did? Was it one of those guys who pushed and there was a storm and he just couldn't, he felt like he wasn't making progress, and then at the end of the day eventually just gave up, turned around, went back to base camp, and then later on was discovered that he was literally 100 meters from the summit, or the peak, or the beacon. Not beacon because he was the first, but that he was literally a stone's throw from the pinnacle. That would have made the whole difference. It would have changed everything. And I'm just too curious, like, what if I give up now and it's right there by the next corner? That's where the magic is waiting. Waiting magic as well. I mean, I know there's a lot to be said about that. Magic should be from here to the corner, I guess, eh? The second point was, shit, I can't remember it now. The third one I remember, and I wanted to keep it for last because it's probably one of the more profound ones, or the most profound of the 3. But the third one is the reason why I won't check out, is that what if there's value in the Buddhist theory of reincarnation and our souls being put in our human, earth suits for a reason, and we have to come and learn lessons on earth, and that if we don't learn those lessons, then we'll be put in this loop again to learn it in other ways. The way that if we don't learn lessons in our lifetime, we are given the same opportunities over and over to learn the lessons, right? And my God, I feel like I've learned so many lessons so far. I literally feel like the most flawed human being on this planet, because I've just been learning lessons. That's all I've been doing. And I've just been shaming and guilting myself and blaming myself for shit. And I know eventually the part of the bigger reason is to stop the blame and the shame, and to realize that what I did at certain stages in my life was because of the tools and the knowledge that I had at that moment. And I've grown, and I've acquired new skills, and I've become better. And given a similar situation, I won't do the same, hopefully, again. And if that's the case, if there's any value in the Buddhist theory of reincarnation and souls being put back down to come and go through this whole process again, if you haven't learned the lesson the first time, then if I check out now, I'm going to be sent back. And I don't want to go through this again. I mean, I know I'll have zero memory of it, and I'll be in another shape or form or suit. but I'll have the same soul, and I'll probably feel the same shame and the same guilt and the same negativity and whatever lows and whatever highs, just with no memory of a prior life. And this will continue. And I can keep checking out, and I can keep coming back and keep learning and keep trying to be better. I don't want to do this again. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. And fuck, some days it's difficult. And some days it's easy. And I'm just a human. And my heart broke when she asked me, like, how did I get out of it? Because I didn't. I just choose gratitude every day. I just choose to be thankful. Because that's fucking all we have. There are so many people who would give everything to have what I have. And I'm sitting here and I'm complaining about relative bullshit. And I know it's valid. I know it's valid. I'm allowed to feel this way. I know that. I know. But I mean, in the greater scheme of things, there are people with so much less and so much more obstacles, right? People with disabilities. My heart goes out to them. Animals suffering under cruelty. My heart literally bleeds for them. And I'm suffering because I have brain fog and sometimes I'm negative. I feel better now. Definitely feel better. Thank you for listening, whoever you are. This might just be in my saved folder. But I mean, you should hear this. And you should see that. I hope I have the strength post this, to share this. I've always preached to everybody that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's actually the strongest thing we can do. But we fear judgment so badly that we don't want to show vulnerability because we're afraid it's going to be reflecting as weakness. And you know what? I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this. I will. And if I don't post this, please feel free after you've watched this to call me up on it. And it's like, hey, you promised to post this and you didn't. That's rude logic. Okay, let's run down the steps and up 365. That's why we're here, to get fit. Beautiful. How beautiful. I'm grateful for the guy who built these steps. This must have been... What the fuck is that thing? That's massive. What is that? Please don't be a bear. Please don't be a bear. There aren't bears in South Africa, but please don't be the first and only bear in South Africa. Please. Please, 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 please. Don't be a bear. That was a big thing. Either a bear or the biggest Hyrax, what is it, Dusty, rockhopper that you've ever seen in your life. Shit. Okay. I'm scared. So the absolute irony is that I love to exercise and I love to do these things mostly alone. I mean, to have company is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But I love just going off on my own, just being alone, adventurer, and just do it. But whenever I go, I get so fucking chatty. Sorry for the swearing. I get so chatty, and at the bottom, so much so that I think having this damn camera with me is such a blessing. And if there are other people who would like to listen to my yapping, great, why not? Welcome. I think I'm gonna stop here. Thanks for listening. And enjoying the views with me. I wish I had a zoom camera to show you all the little rocks and crevices and the little caves up there. Even the birds hovering, looking for prey. This is absolutely beautiful. So magic. I think I'm going to do a portrait back up the steps. So thank you for listening. It means a lot. And you're not alone. I think that's the point. I think we need to know that we're not alone. There's always people who are there for us, even if they don't understand what we're going through, which there are so many more people who understand what we're going through than we realize. That's the whole point. But we often feel so freaking alone. But even for those around us who don't really understand what we're going through, there's still support around us. That's the point. There's still support. And when we share with them, it lightens our load. It doesn't necessarily make theirs heavier, but we just kind of unload and, share. And that's a magical thing. So to everybody in my life who's there for me, I love you. Like, from the bottom of my heart. We'll probably never say this. I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna tell you all that I love you. I'm gonna. And I challenge you to do the same. Okay. There's staples up that mountain. I want to go check that out. Are people climbing here? Are they dumb? Are they crazy? Yes, they are. Oh, it's abseiling. Anyway, sorry. Speak later. Bye. Stop recording. here. Maybe. Yep. Yep. Otherwise you should maintain my current speed, which is snail pace. There are guys who can go down here 3 times my current speed, maybe even more. And to them I say, good luck breaking through. And if you do, respect. Sure, we can do this without the sound effects. Parking lot, tree canopies. Just one canopy. Slowly, slowly. Ninja, parkour. No, seriously, sure. I was not feeling it today, and I'm so thankful I came on this run I'm not sure if it's the therapy, the good company I find myself in, whoever you are, the views, the dopamine, serotonin release, dopamine, right? Fresh air, or whether it's a combination of all the factors, really. It's a combination of factors, really. What movie? But I have to say, this really helped now. I really feel great. And I thank you for joining me at Paarl Mountain Nature Reserve. This place used to be flooded. Sure. Okay, I think I'll show you my face again for a moment. This is good therapy, man. It really helped. Sometimes we just got to sweat it out. Anyway, ciao. Stop recording.